Greetings, Iain from RTL here. Welcome to another classic album review, and today we are looking at the album Destroyer by Kiss. Destroyer, this was the fourth album released by Kiss, released on the 15th of March 1976 on Casablanca Records, and it was the third successive Kiss album to reach top 40 in the US, as well as the first to chart in Germany and New Zealand. It was certified gold by the RIAA and platinum in the November. It's the first Kiss album that achieved platinum status, and it also marked the departure from the raw sounds of the first three albums. So on here we have got, of course, that classic lineup of Paul Stanley on vocals, rhythm and guitar, Mr. Gene Simmons vocals and bass, Peter Criss drums and vocals, Ace Frehley lead guitar, backing vocals, and additional musicians on this one is Dick Wagner, who played the guitar solo on Sweet Pain and some of the guitar licks on Fame in Youth, acoustic guitar on Great Expectations and Beth. We have the Brooklyn Boys Choir, who sang on Great Expectations, then David and Josh Ezrin voices on God of Thunder, and the New York Philharmonic Orchestra on Beth. So the first track, a classic, Detroit Rock City. Now, when you listen to the album version, not the single version, if you hear it's on the greatest hits albums and all that sort of thing, you go straight into the song. But on the album version, we get this radio, police sirens, a bit about Detroit. It's a brilliant start, and when you first hear this, I mean, what's all this? And then it goes dum ba dum ba dum. It's just a great rock track. One of my favourite tracks by Kiss of all time. It's just a brilliant track. Second track is called King of the Nighttime World. The drumming on here from Peter Criss is really, really good. It's got some nice vocals on it and some nice guitar work from Mr. Ace Frehley. Then we get God of Thunder. This has got one of those gritty bass lines from Gene and a really gritty vocal. I think this is some of Gene's finest vocal on this album. It's really strong. Fantastic song. Imagine him doing it and all that sort of thing. It's a great number from Kiss. Then we get something different. Great Expectations. This is very different for Kiss. But again, we've got Gene Simmons singing, but it's different from the God of Thunder. This is a more gentle side of Gene. I think this is a song that could have been on Tommy or something like that. It's very, very different, and I really like it. I really do like that one. That was a surprise track. Then we get Flaming Youth. Again, we got these guitar licks that Dick Wagner did on it. Absolutely brilliant. Solid track. Loves Paul Stanley's vocal on this. Really strong. Again, I think Paul did some good vocals on this album. Then we get Sweet Pain, another vocal from Gene Simmons. Again, it's pretty good. And the guitar solo on this, again from Dick Wagner, very, very good. Can't knock that track at all. It's some of these album deep cut tracks off this album are fantastic. Then we get Shout It Loud, the classic. They still play this today. I just love this. Love Gene's bass line in this. Terrific. And then we come to Beth. I've never liked this song. Should have been banished. Of all the on this great album, this is the song to me that lets it down. I know there's people out there that like this, but I just can't abide it. Peter Criss, I don't think he can sing very well. Now I've heard a version of this done by Eric Carr, who this will upset people. I think out of the two guys that I've heard sing this, Eric Carr's is a lot better. It's a bad song, but I think Eric Carr does a far better job than Peter Criss. I've upset lots of people, I know, but there you go. It's a personal thing. Don't like the track, but prefer Eric singing it. Then we get Do You Love Me? This is what Peter Criss should do. Just stick to the drums, because your drum on this is great, solid, good vocal from Paul as ever. I like the double entendre vocal lyrics in this. It's quite glam rocky, pretty good. And then we get this silly rock and roll party of pointless noises on an album. What the hell is that about? Okay, apart from Beth and this rock and roll party, every track on here is absolutely belting. It's an album I play a lot. I think it's probably got Gene's best vocals that he ever did with Kiss. And this is now an album after all these years I still love listening to. Although I do tend to skip Beth these days because I'm sorry. But on the whole, it's a fantastic album. And I'm going to do this an RTO ranking of 8.5. Okay then, folks, that's all for today. What have we got for you tomorrow? We got another album ranking. Very short one tomorrow. But it's looking at the two albums that ELO Part 2 done. I actually saw ELO Part 2 and it was a great show. So we'll be looking at the two albums they made. And then tomorrow's retro ranking is another tribute one. We seem to be doing quite a lot of tributes these days. Tomorrow's is Procol Harum, in tribute to the great Gary Brooker, who passed away previous weekend. Been great listening to the Procol Harum songs. There's one or two that I really did like, and then I just went and listened to some of their hits and stuff off their album, put a little playlist together of tracks I like, and then dwindled it down to my top 10. So that'll be a great show. If you're into your Procol Harum, check that one out. Until then, I will see you tomorrow. Take care for now.